Good morning, student. Myself, Professor Dhaval Chandarana, and we are continue to learn a unit number 9 SQL concept of database management system subject. Guys, as a previous lecture, we are discussing so many things based on database, how to create database, how to drop a database, how to show all the database which is stored in database server, as well as how to use this particular database. In next lecture, we are discussing a different table creation with different constraint like not null, default keywords, default values, check constraint, and all the things which we are discussing in our previous two lectures. So guys, it is the really important concept to learn how to perform a practically database management system in our day-to-day life. Today we will discuss some more tips or more practical concept about a unit number 9, as well as we can say a more different concept of a practical concept which we are implemented in our day-to-day project, day-to-day life, as well as day-to-day regular activity. It is really important to understand how the actual thing is work, what is the basic concept, how it's implemented, and what is the syntax, and how to work with different kind of syntax with different criteria. So guys, today we will start with the different concept about modifying table using alter command, removing table using drop command, renaming table, truncate table, and the last, viewing the structures of created table. As previously, we will discuss how to create a table with a different constraint. So guys, we will discuss some more things about a table with a different command. So we'll start with the modifying table structures. Once a table is created in a database, we may require to change a structures of database object. And database object, as previously we will discuss, it is nothing but a table, view, and all the thing which is part of your database. This can be done with the help of alter command. જ્યારે કોઈ એવી રિક્વાયરમેન્ટ આવે છે કે પહેલાં તમે જે ટેબલ ક્રિએટ કર્યું એની ડેટા ટાઈપ ચેન્જ કરવાની થાય, અથવા તો એ કોલમને પર્ટિક્યુલર સાઇઝ ચેન્જ કરવાની થાય, અથવા તો કોઈ કન્સ્ટ્રેન્ટ ડિફાઇન કરવાના રહી ગયા છે તો એ કન્સ્ટ્રેન્ટ ડિફાઇન કરવાના થાય આફ્ટર ક્રિએટિંગ અ ટેબલ. જે ઓલરેડી ટેબલ અવેલેબલ છે એના સ્ટ્રક્ચરમાં જો કાંઈ પણ ચેન્જ કરવાનો થશે, અથવા તો એવી કોઈ રિક્વાયરમેન્ટ આવે છે કે તમારે ચેન્જ કરવો પડે છે, તો ત્યારે તમારે અલ્ટર કમાન્ડનો યુઝ કરવાનો છે. The alter table statement may be used as you have to seem to specify a primary and a foreign key constraint. As previously we will discuss a primary as well as a reference key, as well as to make other modifications to a table structures like a column name, size of particular column, different constraint, add new column, or removing some of the column. It's all part of a alter command. Key constraint may also be specified in the create table statement, because as previously we will discuss that how to apply a constraint like primary key, unique key, not null, check, and default. All the constraint will be available at the time of table creation, and we will discuss with the example. If you have any doubt, please refer my video lecture, as well as if you have any discussion with a particular video, please comment on this comment box. Now we see how to perform a alter command with a basic syntax. First, whenever we see a create table, at that time we discuss a create table, it is a keyword. In the alter command, we will discuss alter table, it's a keyword. Then table name, it is based on a user define, or user want to modify some of the table. At that time you just enter or write a particular table name. If you want to add some of the column, then add is a keyword to add some of the column like a column name, data type, and size. Or alter table, table name, if you want to modify existing column like a data type, column name, size, and all the thing, at that time you just used a modified command, but it must be a existing one in the particular table which should be right on a table name. Or alter table dropped a column. If you want to remove some of the column which is should be available or which is not required now onwards, then at that time you can use a drop command. So all the commands should be helpful for the add column, modify column and drop column of existing table. જ્યારે તમારે કોઈ ટેબલ ઓલરેડી અવેલેબલ છે અને એ ટેબલની અંદર કોઈ કોલમ એડ કરવી છે અથવા તો કોલમ છે એની ડેટા ટાઈપ કે કોલમનું નેમ ચેન્જ કરવું છે અથવા તો એક્ઝિસ્ટિંગ ટેબલની અંદર જે કંઈ પણ કોલમ છે એને તમારે રિમૂવ કરવી હોય તો એમની માટે આ રીતે તમારે સિન્ટેક્સ યુઝ કરવાની છે. Now alter table employee add address varchar to 100. If you want to add an employee table in this particular table, if you want to add address column, at that time you just use with the particular exam. To view the change structures, how to view a particular table structure, at that time you can go with the describe table employee. Whenever you want to see your database structures, at that time we can go through the previous one, a describe database name. Same way, if you want to see a particular structure, in particular structures you can say a column name, data type, size and constraint, whatever is defined by at the time of creations. For this, if you want to show the particular structures of table, so you can use a described keyword with a described table keyword with instead of table name. Now we see another concept, a removing table using the drop command. This command can be used to remove a database object from our DBMS. As we name suggests, if you want to removing something from the table, at that time you are go with the removing command. Drop command removes a data from your database. Means if you want to remove some of the informations from the database, at that time you can use a drop command. Drop table name, if you want to drop some of the table structures completely, at that time you can use a drop table and table name which is deleted from your DBMS object. If you want to permanently remove the employee table that we created, which used the following command. Guys, please focus on this word permanently. In short, we can say if you are using a drop table employee and semicolon, then a table structure is permanently removed from your database. Now onwards, you never be use employee table at any of the command. If you want to use this particular employee table, then you must be create first and then you can use it. But if instead one time you can drop a particular table, then you can permanently delete from the database. Drop table employee, it is the simplest one to understand and perform really well. Similarly, the command below would be used to remove the entries employee database. Means if you want to remove a particular database from your database server, then you can use a drop database employee. So it should be a permanently delete from your database server. If you want to remove a table from the database, then you can use a drop table name. Now a third concept, which is the really important one nowadays, because if you want to change your name of particular existing table, at that time you can go with the renaming table. We can renaming any table object at any point of time. And what is the table object? It may be a table name, it may be a column name, it may be a attributes, or we can say tuple. Rename table name to a new table name, because an existing table will be updated with a new table name. So it must be compulsory, the table name which is written in a first name, it must be existing on your database. Like a rename table employee, to is a keyword, rename is a keyword and table is a keyword. Employee, it is a user defined table name. New table name, it is capital EME. So now onwards, if you want to perform any insertion, updation, deletion command, you can use employee instead of EMP, because now your table name it's updated employee to EMP. Now a fourth one, it is the really important to understand what is a truncate, what is the difference between drop table and a truncate table. You must be focused on this particular example. Use the truncate statement to delete all the rows from a table permanently. Guys, please be focused on it. If you want to delete or drop permanently from your database, at that time you can use a drop command. But if you want to delete a permanently data from your table, at that time you are not using a drop command, you can use a truncate command. It works same as a delete from table name, but truncate cannot be rollbacked. It is the difference between delete and truncate. If you are using a delete command with deleted some of the tuples, if you have by mistake deleted some of the record, then you must be have one chance to roll back those tuples. But if you are using a truncate command with deleting some of the tuples, then it must be deleted permanently. There is no options to roll back any of the command, and if you are deleting with some of the tuple, then it never be rollback with a truncate command. If any delete triggers are defined on the table, then the triggers are not fired on a truncate table. It's deallocated memory space so that a free space can be used by other table. If you are using a delete trigger, then it's not a deleted record from the table, it's just a deallocate a memory space. That's why if you are using a delete command, then it must be a rollback. But if you are using a truncate table or truncate command, then it must be deleted from your permanent table storage. જ્યારે તમે delete command perform કરો છો કોઈ ટેબલ ઉપર કોઈ રેકોર્ડ્સને રિમૂવ કરવા માટે, તો એ રેકોર્ડ રિમૂવ નથી કરતું, જસ્ટ મેમરીને ડીએલોકેટ કરી દે છે. તો એટ ધેટ ટાઈમ જ્યારે તમે ફરી વખત રોલબેક કરવા માગો છો ત્યારે કરી શકો છો. બટ જ્યારે તમે ટ્રંકેટ કમાન્ડ યુઝ કરો છો કોઈ રેકોર્ડ્સને ડિલીટ કરવા માટે જે ઓલરેડી એક્ઝિસ્ટિંગ અવેલેબલ છે, તો ટ્રંકેટ કમાન્ડ પરમેનન્ટલી ડેટાને ડિલીટ કરી દેશે. એ મેમરીને ડીએલોકેટ કરશે એવું નહીં થાય, એ ડાયરેક્ટલી ડેટાબેઝના ટેબલમાંથી પરમેનન્ટ રેકોર્ડ ડિલીટ કરી દેશે, જેનાથી એ ક્યારેય રોલબેક નથી થતું. Truncate table employee. If you want to remove a complete structure from the database, at that time you are using drop keyword. If you just want to delete your tuples records from the table, at that time you are going with the truncate command. જો તમારે કમ્પ્લીટ ટેબલનું સ્ટ્રક્ચર રિમૂવ કરવું હોય તો ડ્રોપ કમાન્ડ યુઝ કરવાનો છે. તમારે સ્ટ્રક્ચર એઝ ઇટ ઇઝ રાખવું છે અને ખાલી રેકોર્ડ ડિલીટ કરવા છે ટેબલમાંથી, તો તમારે ટ્રંકેટ કમાન્ડ યુઝ કરવાનો છે. Last thing which we are discussing from the today's video lecture is nothing but viewing structures of created table. As we know that what is the structures of table, it's nothing but to see what is the column name, what are the data types, size, and if you provide any of the constraint at the time of creation, it should be shown on the viewing structures. It is possible to view all the details of a database and a table from the data dictionary. As we know that we will discuss as previously described word. If you have not yet selected any database, the result ID is null, because as a time of database creations we will discuss, there are the lots of database is already part of your database server. If you want to use some of the database currently, at that time you can go with the use database name command. But if you are not using the current any database, and if you want to perform a described database, then at that time your result should be a null, because you are not selecting any of the particular database. To find out the table present in currently used a database, means if you want to see how many tables is created on the particular database, it also be available with the viewing structure. Show table. It is the command to display how many tables are available on this particular selected database. શો ટેબલનું કામ શું છે કે એક પર્ટિક્યુલર ડેટાબેઝમાં જે કરન્ટલી યુઝ થયેલું છે એ પર્ટિક્યુલર ડેટાબેઝમાં કેટલા ટેબલ અવેલેબલ છે એ તમને શો કરી દેશે. It is difficult to remember name of a database or a table along with its structure because there are the lots of database available in particular database server, and in particular database there are the lots of table is created, so it is a very difficult to remember a particular database with a particular table name. So for this we can go with this command. MySQL address this problem through the several statements that provide the informations about the database and table it's supported. It is based on the version which is currently used with the help of MySQL. To view the structures of all tables available in database, we will go with the describe table name. Previously we will discuss this thing. Describe table, it is the keyword, and you can see a particular table structure. You just mention the table name with a describe table, or DESC table name. It is the shortest form to see a particular structure of created. Let's see one example. Describe table test. If a test table is existing with a selected database, and if you want to see a particular structures of test table, you just go through the describe table keyword with the test table. So guys, it is the way to we complete this particular video lecture with a different form, with a table creations, alterations table, renaming table, drop table, truncate table, and the last just see a particular structure which is existing in a particular database. So guys, it is the best way to define how the particular table structure is performed in with the help of MySQL command. I hope you are enjoying this lecture and learn so many things through this video lecture series. I hope you are enjoying and like this video. Thank you so much.